Hello guys, welcome everybody to day 11 of the Trading Marathon on this channel. My name is Daniel and this is the last trading psychology video, but I'm very sure for all those who are struggling with this topic for a longer time already, this will be the most helpful one, because today we're gonna talk about all the struggles that you will possibly face if you're dealing with trading psychology or disciplinary issues in general. So the previous ones were kind of like general information videos for people who are not struggling with any kind of trading psychology issues so far. But this video will be very helpful for those who are struggling with exactly this issue for a longer time already. So first of all, I want to tell you that starting from tomorrow, the risk management section will begin. And after the risk management section, we are going over to the final topic, which is chart analysis. And then at the end, we kind of bring it all together. And second of all, I'm going to tell you right now what we are exactly discussing in today's video. And the very important point in this video is that your mental health will be affected by trading, and also your trading will be affected by your mental health. So they are influencing each other, and you will need to have a very healthy mind and a very high grade of mental health and awareness in order to have a very high quality of trades and a high quality of procedure which you are following in order to make your trades. And this is why we're talking in this video about all the possible issues that you could possibly face. And there are a lot of issues, but I think most of those issues are general ones which should be solved if you listen to all the advice which I gave you in the previous videos, which is the case if you don't have any bigger problem. So let me simplify it in this sentence for you. You will need to have a very high class mental health in order to succeed. So now there are three different options. First option is you really have a good mental health and you know it, and you just don't face any problems and everything is fine, which is very rarely the case, my friends. I can tell you that. The second option is that you are facing mental issues already and you already know about it, and you are seeing a doctor, psychiatrist, psychologist, whatever, or you're doing some kind of meditation, sport or treatment or whatever, so you know what you're doing. So that is the second type of people. And the third kind of people is the ones that are assuming everything is fine, but in fact it's not. And then they go on and they trade and they trade and they trade, and they always make disciplinary mistakes. And at the end they don't exactly know what is their problem and why they're always facing the losses. And for those people is this video. Because I can right now tell you my story. That's the only thing I can provide you with here, because I cannot, tell you what's exactly going on with you. I can just tell you how this process is developing for me so far, and since when it's going on, and since how I'm working or dealing with the whatever kind of situation I will describe to you right now. So you can maybe take your lessons out of that story or make your guesses, whatever is the case in your life or in your situation, because I can really not tell you in this video. So let's introduce ourselves to the fact, or to the possibility, let's call it to the possibility, that you will make yourself a trading plan, a strategy of how to identify trading setups, how to measure your risk, and then how to execute. But somehow, after you follow this plan and you follow this plan and you follow this plan, you always, or you more often than you would like to, end up in a situation where you lose more than you should have based on your plan. And in the first 1-2 years of trading, everybody comes up with some kind of reasoning, like it's because of some market manipulation, and it's because of war, and it's because of some taxes and some whatever the fuck, it's bullshit. I can tell you that much. It's actually all because of you. It sounds harsh, but it's the case, yes, because if you would just have followed through on the plan and measured your risk and accepted only the risk that you previously said you want to accept, then there's never any reason to be sad about anything. Yes. And the chance that you always risked 1% and then lost 50 times in a row is so small, because you can I think you cannot even intentionally lose 50 times in a row, because there will be one trade which accidentally goes to your take profit. So like, if you just stick to your plan and to your risk management, you will not face any issues. So if you have any issues there, then you are basically the problem. Or in other words, to not make it that mean, it's your mental health. Or there is something in the chapter of mental health that is kind of like an issue here that you should maybe take care of. And I want to list some issues that, or I don't even want to call it issues. I want to call it conditions that could be maybe affecting your P&L on the trades or on the charts or in your, actually it will affect all your states of life, but in trading you will notice it on the numbers only of your P&L, you know, and that's what we want to improve here. So that's why I'm telling you that. What could be the case? You could be addicted to some kind of drugs like cocaine, weed, or even harsher, some strong medication or whatever, you know, like, I mean, I really know what I'm talking about, because I had severe cocaine issues 1, 2, 3 years long. I mean, I still have some cocaine issues, but they're not so severe. So I'm kind of like, you can say in open recovery. And I'm doing it all by myself, and I'm fighting every single day, and it's a daily war. Because, you know, like, you need to win this war every single day. Every single day you need to stay clean to win this war. It's not something that you do once. Oh, now I'm clean, boom, it's done. No, it's not like that. Because if in the next second you take drugs, you're not clean anymore, you know? And I would say honestly, you know, weed is legal where I live. I live in Malta, so I really have no problem with weed, and I don't really think weed will affect your trading negatively in any way. So I'm very pro-weed. You might not like that, I don't really care. I'm somewhere where it's legal, and I'm very actively pro-weed. But I will also later on tell you in this video why this is the case. I will make my point. But I told you, it's maybe the longest video of this chapter of trading psychology, but because we will discuss all different situations or circumstances that could be there. So I can tell you from my experience that trading on cocaine might be more exciting. What does mean might be? It for sure is more exciting, and you will sit there more excited and so on, but you will definitely make more stupid decisions. And for example, I can just tell you that much. I had one night where I made out of $500 within, I mean, okay, it wasn't one night, it was a 48-hour trading session. So it was 2 days straight without sleeping, full on cocaine, where I made out of $500, $180,000. Okay, I traded on the 1 second time frame, 1 minute time frame, you know. And then I lost it all within like 10 minutes, 180K gone, dollars. And I mean, that was because after 48 hours there was so much cocaine in my nose that I couldn't even see straight. But I think you get my point here. I told you already in the beginning of the chapter that the skill of trading is like a chain of skills tied together, and it will always rip on the weakest part of this chain. And in this case it would be, for example, a severe drug addiction, no? So that's why also, that's another reason why I improved my health and so on, and also I'm working on my mental health. But let me come to the point. After some time where I even moved to Dubai for 1 year because of this reason. Maybe you don't realize it, but in Dubai it's really impossible to get any kind of drugs. So I decided, after I made $2 million, okay, I will move to Dubai and become clean there. But it ended up in me flying away from Dubai every second week to consume it somewhere else. Yes, so I flew kind of like 10, 15 times back and forth within 1 year. So after 1 year I decided, okay, I cannot really stay there anymore because I'm paying more for flights than for anything else, kind of like, you know, it's what the fuck. And then, so this was not some way I could continue. So after 1 year of having this issue, I started working with the trading psychologist Dr. Andrew Manica, and he helped me out very nicely, really. Big shout out to Dr. Andrew. Andrew Manica, yes, he's one of the best trading psychologists on the planet, and he helped me out a lot, and he improved my way of living a lot by his recommendations, and also the way I'm acting and I'm operating is positively influenced by the knowledge I gained by working with him, definitely, I can tell you that. But at the end, you know, he was obviously not able to cure my cocaine addiction because only I am able to cure it. Nobody else on the planet is able to do that. And it's a daily war, really. It's like there is no day off in a cocaine addiction. Every single day I wake up and I have to actively decide not to take cocaine. And I'm doing it really like I'm actively not taking cocaine and know that like I'm fighting against it since 2 years. Yeah, like my peak cocaine phase was 3 years ago. Then I made, or 2.5, then I made $2 million. I moved to Dubai, and since then I'm fighting. And even though I look way better, honestly, that's for example, I obviously I did recover from the severe damage that was done by cocaine, and but by the way, here's my 11th half marathon on June 11th. Because it was fitting right now, no? But my point is that something like this can really fuck you over. So, okay, after 1 year, 1.5 years of working with Dr. Andrew Menica, I was still consuming way more cocaine than I would recommend to anybody. So that's when I started working on this topic a little bit more, and I did some research. What can I do to improve my vision and my perception of doing things and of being sober and so on. And I got the recommendation from one person that I really respect. It's a Swiss bodybuilder, Misha Janetz. He recommended to me to visit a 10-day Vipassana meditation. Well, this will take very long if I explain everything now in complete detail, but the principle of a Vipassana meditation is that you don't have any kind of dopamine at all for 10 days. So you go to a certain terrain, to a certain terrain, to a certain area. You're not allowed to speak for 10 days. The only thing you eat is broccoli and vegetarian food. You don't have a phone there, you don't have any technical device there, you don't have nothing. And obviously you're supposed to sit there for 16 hours a day, not move, not do anything, and not speak, just meditate. And 8 hours a day you sleep. Yes, and there is even, they wake you up at 4 a.m. in the morning in the middle of the woods, and then you start meditating 8 hours. Then without any speaking, without any movement, you go to lunch, you eat vegetarian food, you go back, 8 hours meditation, then you go silently to bed, 8 hours sleeping, and then it's again 10 days. And I can honestly tell you, I did that, but not 10 days. On day 3, I said, I need to drive home, it's enough for me, it was too much. But you know what I found out there? It made a lot of sense for me that I went there. I found out that I have ADHD, so obviously this is kind of like the most daunting task that you could give someone with ADHD who has a dopamine problem and a drug addiction, and you sit him in the wood for 10 days and you tell him, don't move, don't speak. I tell you honestly, for me it's way easier to run a half marathon or even a marathon every single day than to sit and not move and not speak. I am physically and mentally not able to not move and not speak. It's the most horrific task for a person with ADHD you can possibly give him. And you know what? My point was, after 3 days in Vipassana, I noticed, because the other people, they were fine there. You know, like on day 3, I carefully tried to communicate with somebody, you know, like, hey bro. But everybody else was like, psh. So that's when I noticed, well, something with me is different than with everybody else. How can it be that all the other people sitting here since 3 days don't move and don't talk? I want to rip my hair out. So that's when I drove home and visited a psychologist. And then I got diagnosed with ADHD, and then I found out, okay. Psychologist and psychiatrist, yes, they both need to. In Austria, it was the law, they both need to diagnose you, then you will get the ADHD medication. In Austria, it's Elvanse or even Ritalin, In America, I think you will have something like, how's it called? Adderall. But I have no experience with Adderall or with any American medication. I can just tell you my experience from Austria. This is also, man, this video will be very long, but it's very important and necessary that I share with you all my information, because you will go all this path and otherwise you will need to find out all yourself. Okay, so well, first of all, I want to talk about the fact that many people are talking very negatively about ADHD medication, and I believe they are talking negatively about the misuse of ADHD medication, because I'm not suggesting any misuse at all. At all. If you don't have ADHD, you are obviously not supposed to take ADHD medication. Get that in your head, okay? So that then it's like drug abuse. What I'm talking about is, I have ADHD and I never got diagnosed in my childhood. So then I started taking cannabis and cocaine. I never even knew about the ADHD. So then I noticed, or all the psychologists and psychiatrists told me, well, Daniel, actually, you're just taking the drugs to cure your ADHD, you need some, the ADHD is, in other words, you have a dopamine handling problem in your body. It's designed in your DNA. You cannot handle dopamine activities well, because you will get addicted to them and you will kind of need them in all the situations. So what did the researchers do? They found a supplement to handle this problem. You just need to take it every day. Well, okay, but I did not come to this solution that quickly, to be quite honest with you, because first of all, I will make the way for you, I will make the path for you just easier to get from here to there by telling you all my story, because otherwise, if you're facing the same situation, you will go all the path yourself and you will have all the struggles yourself. So first of all, after I found out I have ADHD, I did some research and so on, and heard to other people's opinions, and I heard all the people, some people talking bad about this medication, saying, hey, it will make you not yourself and so on. Bro, I forget every single thing I'm doing. I always need to carry a notebook, otherwise I'm forgetting everything, and I'm highly drug addicted. What they say, why exactly would I need to be my original self? I forget everything and I take drugs, so please give me something to make me remember better and not take any other drugs, it's kind of the logical solution, right? So, and I really don't like other people talking bad about the medication, because if you really have this condition, then you really obviously should take the medication after advising a doctor. I'm not a doctor. You should go to a doctor. This is no medical advice. This is just my personal experience, just so you know. But let me continue my story. The thing is, after I found all this out, I had this huge expectation of what the medication will provide me with. So I took it. There was no effect. I felt normal. But I was craving an effect. So I was craving cocaine and I had flashbacks too. So I did consume cocaine, yes. So, and then my first reaction was, well, I cannot continue to take the medication anymore, because if I take it, I will crave cocaine and will end up with cocaine. It will make all way worse, so I cannot do that. And then I found myself a psychologist who is specialized on ADHD. And he straight away told me, Daniel, just take the medication. Focus on not taking cocaine. Keep going, it will be better. But I'm kind of like a stubborn person. I wanted to try any other way myself before I do that, and tried 7, 8, 9 weeks, something else, but ended up always back at cocaine and someday. And then after some time, I said, okay, well, now I'm starting to run every single day, and I just take this medication in the morning, and then I run for hours, and I will not even know about the medication, because I'm absolutely occupied with all the running. So that's what I did, and it's working well. Every day I take this now. I forget about even that I took it, and then I run hours. And I have other problems on my run than thinking about this fucking medication, Bro, I run in 30 degrees Celsius. This is like summer temperature in the middle ocean, really like the sun is burning, you're sweating, you're dehydrated, you're running miles until you come to the next water station where you get something to drink and so on. You know, you don't think about the fucking medication that you took in the morning. And that's how I'm doing it. Yes, it's working well. And since that, my girlfriend, for example, tells me that she notices a behavior change in me that is positively in all the aspects. I myself don't even notice anything. I even forgot that I even take it every day. I take it every day, but then I forget it afterwards. So I don't notice anything. Yes, maybe I will, you know, in the future, in 1 year, give you another update about that. I can only tell you about my experience. But what is really the point of this? See? That's, you know, I forget sometimes the point and so on, because it's in the evening. It's fucking 11 in the evening and I took my medication at 10 in the morning. And then I went for a run, hours and hours. So now it's, you know, a short time before I go to sleep, and obviously this medication does not work anymore. And it's for me obviously then harder to make the video. And my point is, you don't want to make anything harder for yourself than it actually could be. You should just find out how it's the easiest way possible that you can achieve your goal, and you should go it. Not that you go the easy road to achieve some bullshit goal. No. The best goal that you want to achieve, but then find out the best possible, easiest way with the least damage to go there, okay? And if you are dealing with, you know, you might not even know it yet. That is somehow also the problem. You know, how will it come out? Yeah, well, I will teach you in the next videos risk management and then chart analysis, and then you will go on and you will try. And then after 1 to 3, 4 months, after you lose some money, you will find out, man, I have some other problem. Then I was right. And then you will maybe go to a meditation or somewhat, or because you don't like the doctors. I tell you, there is no easy way. There is really no easy way of this. Yes, like it has really all the solution paths. They are connected with real hard work. Like, well, you need to get sober, you need to visit a psychologist, psychiatrist, you need to meditate, you need to run every day, you need to work out, you need to eat good, you need to think about, bro, if you are not really committed to all this topic, if I would not really with 100% of my heart want to become a trader, I would, I would be out of this long time ago, because it's the hardest shit I've ever done, okay? But since I really want to long term, you know, even I want to be my goal. I was in 2024 March, I was one of the most successful traders in whole Europe on Bitcoin and BingX, when I made from 20,000 US dollars to $2.2 million. And I know that in 40, 50, 60, 70 years, you know, I can, if I follow through on that path, become a big name in trading. But only if I really follow through and really work on all the issues and really talk with all the professionals, work with them together, work on myself, do all the work every single day, show up consistently, you know. And it is a daunting task, man. But if you really want it, it will help. Man, my traits and my cocaine situation and my body and my mental health and everything improved. Obviously, all goes better. But it's a horrible path with a lot of mental pain and physical pain. And man, you know how blue my toe is, for example, already? You know, I run every week 150, 160 kilometers, which is like 120 miles or something. Well, should I really show you a photo of my toe? Yeah, okay, but only very short. But it's very blue, and I still keep running. Yes, and you know what? It's even harder for me to not take cocaine than to run every day. Every single day I wake up and I think, oh, the run is going to be hard. No, the run is the easy part. I think like, oh, another day where I'm not supposed to take cocaine, it will be hard. The run will be easy. I'm happy for the run. Yes, that's how I wake up. I'm looking forward to the run and to the work, and I hope to not think about cocaine. You know, it's like I actually think in my nose is like $250,000. There is nothing anymore. Look at this. There's like I don't even know the English word for it. I melted my nose from the inside. If you shine with light here, it shines out here, bro. Yes, and I don't want you to have that. And the thing is, in trading, if you really fall into that and you really have something like ADHD or something, you will end up with using cocaine, or maybe even worse. And then if you're weak, you will die on it. And if you're strong, you will have then to rip yourself out from this horrible situation and go all this long way that I just told you about, just to find out that you may have a condition like ADHD and you could have just taken your ADHD medication. I don't even know what to say here. So that's why I want to make it as painless and fast for you as any way possible. And I would actually suggest you, in whoever the fuck you are, if you want to become trader, you should first of all, before you go on and risk your money, go to a psychologist and check if you have any special mental conditions. I mean, before you go to the army, they check out your body if you are disabled or if you are made for war, right? And if there is a small, condition, they will give you some medication so you go to war. You cannot just go there. And in trading, I would strongly recommend the same. Before you go on and you risk thousands of dollars on the chart, well, maybe visit a psychologist, pay him $500 and he will tell you exactly if you are having any special condition. If no, then go to the chart. See you in the next video tomorrow. If you have any special condition, then I would strongly advise you to take care about that, work on that, figure out how to deal with that in case you are not already doing it. Because it will make your trading P&L so much better, and it will make your results so much better, and you will come so much further, and you will be able to follow the plan and the structure and all that I'm going to tell you in the next 20-30 videos so much better than if you are not doing it. That's the point. And some people, they need it the hard way. They need to go on, trade, lose money, make a meditation, find out, and then after years of drug abuse, they once go to the doctor. The other people, they learn fast. I tell them, visit the doctor, they visit the doctor. Then they find out. So please don't be like me and do anything on the planet first before you visit the doctor. You just go visit the doctor. It's no shame on that. Pay him $500. He will tell you how your brain is wired and how everything is working and if you should take care of something or maybe some medication. And trust me, buying this medication every month, it will come way cheaper than losing thousands of dollars based on drug abuse, which is based on a mental condition, obviously. So that's my really strong point. If you are wired completely with no special conditions, then I guess the previous 10 videos, they should have already made it for you. But in this video, if you are facing any issues with what I have told you so far or what I will tell you in the future, then, or actually in any case, I advise you to visit a mental health doctor to be prepared for the following journey in the best way possible. And not first of all go on, lose money and then only accept that you have some kind of condition like that. Yes, deal with it straight away, no excuses. Call them if it's the right time for you, so that they are open. Take your phone after this video, call them right away. I don't even want to waste your time. If it's not open right now, you write yourself a note. Tomorrow I will call and I will make myself an appointment. Done. So that's your kind of homework for this video, a very important one. Otherwise you will very likely fail, very likely. Or even you will have so many losses before you win that it will be so horrible for you. So it will just make your life better, trust me. The other special conditions. Well, you see, I forget stuff. But the other things that I wrote here are, for example, if you have PTSD or autism, but I don't have PTSD and I don't have autism, so I cannot tell you anything about that, but I can also only recommend you, if maybe you don't even know about it, So go to a doctor and find out. Yes, that's what I want to tell you here. I hope that was helpful, guys. See you in the next video tomorrow. Call the doctor. Bye bye.